So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of Mars in the 7th house in Pisces, or 7th house in Virgo for Pisces ascendant people. As in, what happens when Mars is in the 7th house in Virgo while it rules the 9th and 2nd house in your birth chart. And as always, if you do not know if you have this particular position, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, along with all your astrological details, you can check out the links here, astrology.com, where you'll find my books, reports, consultations, and link to my academy, Magha Vedic Astrology Academy, where I'm actually going to make more videos on D10 chart and showing you this unique concept of Devatas in D10 chart. Okay. And of course, I have to review the students' charts and Aquarius blank chart prediction as well. So Mars is in the 7th house in Virgo. Very interesting placement. The first thing you will see, regardless of the man or woman, you will get tired with over enthusiastic and energetic criticism and error picking of your spouse. They will nitpick the hell out of everything in your life and overall in life in general. Like, for example, and usually what happens is, because Virgo is in the 7th house, it shows where you are going to be criticizing. It goes both ways. It doesn't go one way. Because just like where Aries is where you will find your identification in life. Okay? Just like that, wherever Virgo is, that's where you're going to find flaws. You're going to find criticism in that particular area of life. So both husband and wife, especially the spouse now, because there's a planet present. And in a female's chart, it is Mars who's the husband. So you will see that if a person is going out and they're wearing nice clothes, the spouse will be like, wait a second, why are you wearing those? Those don't look good on you. And you're like, okay, I thought I looked nice. No. It makes you look too fat. Why don't you wear that? That makes you look better. So now that criticism kind of hits the ego that, I'm overweight. What do I do? Right? Or the day you wear the perfect thing that your spouse will not criticize in terms of your outfit, now they will nitpick your shoes. Oh, why are you wearing those shoes? Those don't match with those. Nah, you can do better. And especially because Mars is a, naturally an evening planet, because Mars, Moon, Saturn are known to be the evening planets, while Venus, Sun, and Jupiter are known to be daytime planets, right? So most of the criticism you will see happens like somehow in the evening after sunset, especially when you're going out for dinner, during the dinner, in the home, anywhere. You're going grocery shopping, they will nitpick everything. Oh, no, you did this. Why do you always get this? This is so bad for us. Blah, 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 blah. So it drives a person mad. The other thing you will see when Mars is in the 7th in Virgo, usually the spouse will make a great accountant because they're very good at finding flaws and error. They'll make very good in R&D, crunching numbers, analyst, lawyer. Now, which one they're going to be, well, that depends on how this Mars is being affected. Is it being affected by Ketu and Mercury and Saturn? Okay. Or is it with Venus? Then it's going to be more towards dealing with finance and money side of things. On the other hand, father will criticize the person that you will pick for yourself, unless it's the choice of the father. Okay. Father either becomes a major obstacle in you getting married or becomes the enemy of the spouse within the marriage. And these are very subtle things. It's not like those Indian soap opera thing where there's going to be 20 different angles of the camera when the person walks in. No, it's like father, whenever they will meet, father could make some comment always here and there. They'll try to be sarcastic about what you're wearing, what you're doing. So it's kind of like the spouse just feels like, what's wrong with your dad? Why he's always saying this, doing this, right? These are the conversations couples have when they're like driving back home from parents' house, or parents are coming over. You'll see that in the movies. Oh my God, your mother's coming. Like, for example, that movie, Christmas Vacation, right? These kind of things happen. The other thing you also see, spouse, especially, and it's regardless of man or woman, because it is the spouse. Spouse always tends to deal with scratches, injuries, cuts, burns, bruises, or especially deal with some kind of a digestive issue. Okay. Digestive issues can be constipation if Ketu is involved. Okay. But actually, more than Ketu, I've seen Rahu being involved. Okay. On the other hand, because Mars is ruling the second house as well. Okay. So here you will see, you will give, instead of them taking it, you will give control of the wealth and finances to the spouse. Why? Because besides their error picking, you will be like, they're very good at budgeting. They're very good at critically looking at the money, critically looking at how we're spending things or budgeting things. So you'll naturally give that authority to the spouse. And the other thing, second house is your family. Okay. Second lord is in the seventh house. So either family feels cheated by your spouse, or spouse feels cheated by your family. And like I told you, because Mars is in the seventh house, will be criticized by the father. They'll feel like, in a way, it cannot be a brazen cheating, but they'll just feel like your family just is completely against me. Anything I do, they're against me. Anything I do for them, they don't like. So either it could be that metaphorical way of feeling cheated, or they could actually be feeling cheated even by money. Like, for example, family gave your spouse money, knowing that they will give that money back at this particular time, and they haven't. And these situations happen way too often, which causes family dramas, which causes, obviously, we have so much separation in the family dynamics. Like, forget even cousins or aunts and uncles, even siblings no longer talk to each other for months on end. Kids don't talk to their parents for months on end. Like, it's not, like every country says, oh, we're being divided politically, this and that. Well, actually, the whole world is somehow in shambles of being divided. The other thing you will see, your spouse will overthink too much when they make a mistake. Like, whenever they did something wrong, or let's say, for example, they were supposed to get a refund for something, and now the company said, no, we cannot refund you for this product, and they lost a certain amount of money. They will overthink and rerun that scenario in their head. Like, oh, what if I never bought this thing? What if I bought this thing from here? I could have returned it. They'll think for weeks on end or days on end. Okay. The other thing you will see with the spouse, they will change their career 2 or 3 times. They'll leave either the job, or the job lets them go. But also, ultimately, because Mars is second lord, spouse finds clever ways of having multiple sources of money. At minimum, they'll have 2 sources of income. 3 is actually the very average of making money with them. But they like to be in a profession where they can communicate a lot. Because this person, when they communicate very precisely. It's like they want to be, or they actually might be a little master of communication. And you will also see with this particular Mars, they will make sometimes, and especially you will see if Mercury is involved, they will make Excel sheet of everything that happens in their life. It's like that OCD becomes active with Mercury, and especially if Rahu is involved. If they had a conversation with someone, they'll log the conversation. Okay, I had this text message log conversations with them. Like, if you text this person, you text your spouse, they're saving all the text messages. And whenever some argument comes up, they will say, no, exactly on June 25th, 2022, you told me that you wanted this color of car. So I got you this color of car now. And you said, no, I never said that. And they'll show you their laptop or iPad, and they'll show that conversation, and they'll show that log. They'll make logs of things. And especially this is why, we see that both the Pisces individual or their spouse can actually make brilliant accountants and analysts. Now, especially if Mars, okay, is with the 12th Lord, okay, and also is with the 6th Lord, then the spouse can actually be in the medical field. Okay. And if Mars is with Moon and Sun, they can also be in medical field, especially working in like some government related office. The other thing you will also see with Virgo Mars, stubbornness. You can bang your head against the wall and there will be nothing left of your head, and they still won't change their mind. They have tremendous amount of stubbornness in them, that once they have decided on something, that's it. Nothing else will change or budge from their decision. And there's something else with this stubbornness. I forgot. There was another particular clue I had with this stubbornness. Like, for example, stubbornness connected with food, what they wear. And the other thing, yes, well, you can call it obviously stubbornness, is that they cannot compromise. Mars in the 7th house, the Pisces person will have a hard time having their spouse compromise for things too much. There are certain spouses you will see, they will always compromise to make sure that the spouse feels happy. For this person, they can compromise in the most extreme situation, but when it comes to just on daily basis compromising, no, they won't. It'll be a rare occasion. Maybe perhaps Jupiter's aspecting Mars, and that's giving them, and Jupiter and Moon are both with Mars, so that gives them a little bit of that mellow edge to lower down their stubbornness, but it'll always be there. And Mars, you will see, will become very critical of gurus, very critical of religious figures and gurus. They'll always want some logic. See, this person, your spouse, will not, and this some of this behavior will also be of your father. They will verify things many times before they actually say, okay, I believe it. They can't just have a normal conversation where you're saying something to them, telling a story. While you're telling them the story, they're looking. Did this really happen? And I'm like, no, I don't see anything happen like that. Like you saw a UFO in the sky, some light went really fast from one point to another, and like they'll go to the aerospace website, they'll go to the navigation website. Okay, was there something reported? Oh, there's nothing reported. I don't think you saw that. They want to verify things too many times. And also with this Mars in the 7th house, you will see spouse would have had some very traumatic incidents with a dog somewhere in their early childhood as well. Okay. So anyway, guys, this is my analysis of Mars in the 7th house in Virgo for Pisces ascendant people. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. If you don't know, if you already know this, if you have already subscribed, you can go to Astrology.com for all the consultations and books and reports. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.